Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Claudia and I post faith-based videos every single week. So I'm so happy that you clicked on this video to be with me here today. So in today's video, I decided to tackle a subject that is very common to Christians, and that is the subject of prayer. What is the importance of prayer? I truly believe that prayer can change your life if you let it. Prayer is a very powerful tool that is given to Christians, but many people don't use it. If you are wanting to grow in your walk with Christ, if you want to be a growing Christian, then you need to know that prayer is important. If you are a growing Christian, you are striving to be more and more like Jesus. And while Jesus was on earth, he himself went away to pray. It says in many passages that he distanced himself and he went alone to pray on a mountain or wherever he went to pray. So if Jesus himself, which was God and man, decided that he needed to pray, it shows how important it is for us Christians, us that are walking on this earth, how important it is for us to pray. So I thought of some practical tips that can help your prayer life. So tip number one is to understand that you can pray anywhere. The amazing thing about God is that he's omnipresent, which means that he's present everywhere. And so you're able to pray to him wherever you are. You don't have to be in a specific place, how it was in the Old Testament, how you had to be in the temple. The temple, you are the temple. You don't have to go to a specific place at a specific time, a specific day to pray to God. You are able to pray to God wherever you are. My prayer life really grew when I understood that I could pray anywhere. That means in my car, on my way to work, in my car, on my way to school, I'm able to pray. Tip number two is make a priority to go to prayer meetings. So if you have a home church that doesn't have prayer meetings, I suggest that you come to the pastor and ask him to host prayer meetings, to have these prayer meetings. Because when you gather there, each and every person gathers with their burdens. They come with their problems, or they come with whatever's on their heart, and they just come strictly to pray. In the Bible, it says to carry each other's burdens. The best way to carry each other's burdens are at these prayer meetings where you come together and where you pray for one another. You pray for their needs, they pray for your needs. And not only does that unite you as a church, but at the same time, it gives you that time, that hour or two, however long the prayer meetings are, to just pray to God for that person, for yourself, and you'll see that your prayer life will grow when you are praying for others as well, and not just yourself. And tip number three is not letting your circumstances influence your prayer life. So when things are good and you just got paid and your life is going really smoothly, you're not praying because everything's okay, but as soon as hard times hit, that's when you get on your knees and that's when you start praying. Just say give. And then once God gives, and then you forget him because he gave you everything you wanted. So don't let your circumstances affect your prayer life. Let your prayer life be steadfast. Through the bad times, through the good times, you are praying, you are seeking God. I saw this quote once that said, don't ever forget that on your worst day, you needed God just as much as you did on your best day, which is so true. Whether you're going through really, really good times or whether you're going through really, really bad times, don't forget that you still need God. My prayer life grew a lot when I realized that Jesus is my best friend. And I know that sounds super cliche, but it's true. Jesus truly is my best friend because he will never betray you. He will never disappoint you. He will never leave you. He is a faithful, a loyal friend. He doesn't tell your secrets. You can tell him whatever you want. And every time that I come to pray, there's always a battle. As soon as I, set a specific time amount, okay, I'm going to pray during this hour, or as long as the time frame that I have, I'm going to pray during this time frame. And then my phone starts to go off and somebody needs me, or then I remember that I have to do something, or that I have to do this. And so all these distractions come, and I see that that's the enemy pulling me away from my prayer time. Why? Because he knows prayer is such an important tool, such a powerful tool for us Christians. But as soon as I get on my knees, or as soon as I start praying wherever I'm at, I see the words just flow out of me, and I begin to tell Jesus everything about my day, starting from the beginning. When I woke up, God, thank you that I woke up. Thank you that I have hands, that I have feet, that I have eyes, that I have a nose, a mouth. Thank you for everything that you've given me. And then I just start going on and on and on. And I see, okay, 10 minutes go by, 20, 30, 40 minutes go by, and I'm still praying just because Jesus is my best friend. And so with your best friend, it's not a burden to talk to them. It's not a burden like, okay, I have 30 minutes that I can talk to you. I'm going to talk to you for 30 minutes, and after that, I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the day. No, you're always talking to your best friend, or when you get a chance to talk to them, you talk to them for hours because they're your best friend. The same way with Jesus. A lot of times I hear people say, okay, well, you talk to Jesus, but he never says anything back, so it's not like a best friend. But that's not true. It means that you're not listening. Many times in prayer, I'll be praying, and God tells me, just be still, don't say anything, and listen. And then I just don't say anything. I'm there on my knees and I'm not saying anything. I'm just sitting there listening to what he says to me. Of course, it's not an audible voice, but as I spoke in a previous video, how to hear God's voice, which I will post up here, you can go listen to that video on how to hear God's voice. But what I do is I just sit on my knees and I begin to listen to what God is telling my heart, the thoughts I begin to have. And they're not thoughts for myself. They're things that I went through that day that I shouldn't have done. Or they're things that I'm able to fix, or where God is telling me with a circumstance. If I come before God and I say, God, this is a situation, I don't know how to fix it, I don't know what to do, God will begin to speak to me things through the Bible or through whatever will start speak to my heart. What are the things that I can do to fix that situation? Hearing from God. So many times God does speak back, but we're so used to just speaking and saying everything we want to say and, asking God everything, and then we just end our conversation with him and we leave and we go back to our lives. But God is wanting to speak back to you. He's wanting to tell you what to do. He's wanting to speak comfort to you. He's wanting to speak his love to you, and he does it, but we don't listen. So I encourage you, next time you pray, sit for just 10 minutes, sit there on your knees and just begin to say, God, speak to me. I'm here ready to listen. And you will see that your prayer life will grow. You may say that you don't have an important role in the church or you don't have an important ministry, but prayer is the most important ministry. Not everybody sees as a ministry. A lot of people say, okay, well, I don't know what to pray for. Pray for your church, pray for missionaries, pray for the pastor, pray for the worship team, pray for the choir, pray for the Sunday school teachers, pray for the Sunday school kids, pray for lost souls. When you begin to pray, you will see that God will just give you the words, that you will just in your spirit know what to pray for and for who to pray for. And we don't see it in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm, praying breaks a lot of strongholds. And when you pray for others, you don't see the impact that it does on others, but it does. Prayer does impact people. Prayer can change someone, and prayer can change your life. So I encourage you, take a 30-day challenge, and in these 30 days, say, I'm going to pray every single day for 30 minutes. It's not a lot, but you will see that your walk with Christ will grow, that your prayer life will grow. I encourage you, start this 30-day challenge. And if you do this 30-day challenge, please message me so that I can encourage you and that I can pray with you as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next